Hello, I'm Dr. Ralph Farnsworth. I'm the Director of Curriculum here at Misr American College, otherwise known affectionately as M.A.C. We run a school from nursery through grade 12, ages 3 through 18. We're in a part of Cairo called M.A.C. It's mostly expat and locals mixed quite well together. The school runs an American curriculum and leads to an American diploma. We teach French from grades 4 through 12. So by the time our students leave, they are trilingual, Arabic, English, and French. Most all of them go on to the local universities, but some do also travel internationally. I think probably one of the strongest things about the school itself is the commitment of the teachers to the students. They're very dedicated. They really truly care about the education and total well-being of the students. I know that's one of the things that attracted me to come here. I'm in my second year here at M.A.C, having taught and worked as an educator before this in the U.S. and in Malaysia. I find M.A.C to be one of the best schools I've ever been at because the overall feeling here is positive. There's very little negativity, if any. Faculty works well together, get along, and so on. Outside of school, you'd find this is a very nice community to live and work in. The stores are very easily accessible. You can walk to almost anything you want. I'm a 10-minute walk door to door from school to my home. It's a nice apartment. I have a nice balcony where I can sit out in my leisure time, do some reading, see all the sights. I love to travel, which is part of the reason we do this in the first place. And I've been all over Egypt, all over the Sinai, been to Jordan. And my next trip will probably be some other part. Well, let's see where that leads me in my next adventure. But it's a great hub for travel. It's a great place to work. And I really think you'd enjoy coming here. So if you trust my recommendation, come on down. Thank you.
Hello, how are you? My name is Katie, and I am a first grade teacher here at Misr American College, which is also called M.A.C. I have taught third grade for 3 years. I left for 1 year, and I am now back at M.A.C. A wonderful community feeling that is felt through all the grade levels and throughout the staff and the faculty. Many of the students are related and they have just a great relationship, taking care of each other and helping each other, and the staff as well. It's not a very big, overwhelming school. Everybody knows everybody and is there to help each other, and we engage in different social events. So there's always something to do. I live here in M.A.C, where the school is, and M.A.C is a suburb of Cairo, which has many things to do. And as an expat, there's lots of things to do, such as coffee shops and bars and many things. You could find grocery stores, all the things that you would need to live here, as well as there's many local things to do, such as going to a shisha cafe or going to the local souk, which is the market. It's a great little suburb to live in, and it's very accessible and easy to get to Cairo, which isn't far at all. Living in Egypt, you will never run out of things to do here. Even through my 4 years, I'm still finding new things to do. There's many oases to visit, of course the pyramids and the tombs. It has some of the best scuba diving in the world, desert safaris, sandboarding, many fun activities you can find. As well as Egypt is a great location to be in, to travel to the rest of Africa, the Middle East, Europe. It's a great area to live in, and you'll definitely have a great time if you decide to come here.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I teach at M.A.C. I've been in Egypt for 9 years, and it's been a wonderful adventure. My husband and I decided we would like to do something different, and so we came to Egypt after having spent 3 weeks here on a holiday.
Hi, my name's Steve Riddell, and you've probably detected from my accent that I'm not American. I am half English, half South African. However, I've been living here for just over 20 years in Cairo. Yeah, that's right, 20. So I'm either very, very proud of Egypt, my adopted country, or I'm not very good at finding my way home. You decide. However, what I'd like to say is I've had an amazing time and continue to have an amazing time in this country. and more specifically, actually at M.A.C. We've got a very interesting staff, and I know you've heard a lot about the school, I'm sure, from administrators and directors and so on. But I'd like to tell you a few things as the counsellor. I'm the guidance counsellor here, and the school works incredibly well in terms of the fact that we have a pretty small student community. The population is only around 500, that's K through 12. But the kids are exceptional. I've worked at many schools in my 20 years here, but as I said, half of that time has been spent at this school. Quite simply because I've watched it grow. I watch each year the school making more and more efforts to actually improve the facility and the working environment, and actually the pleasure environment as well for the kids relaxation-wise. Kids are wonderful. They're really good kids. I can honestly say there's not a single kid in the school that I regard as having big issues. They've all got growing up pains, bless them, but they're wonderful kids from 99% well-adjusted, switched-on families, and they're a pleasure to work with. Don't have a mean bone in their body, bless them, and I've worked in some pretty tough areas in the East End of London, where I trained out of London University, and I worked with some pretty tough kids there. They were good as well, but they were tough. The kids here, yes, they're wonderful, and small classroom sizes, of course, that helps incredibly. That's enough about the school. Suffice it to say, yes, you'll be made very, very welcome here. We've got a pretty good social life here as well in Cairo. Obviously, you've been aware of the fact that there have been many, many changes over the last 12 months. And without getting into the politics of it, the way it will affect you as a teacher here is that Cairo is very much in a time of change. We understand that. The thing that is important to realise is where we're located, we're in Maadi, which is a suburb, or Maadi, as our local friends would say. And in Maadi, we have a very, very safe area. The reason I say this is that many of the big oil businesses are here, which the government still wants to protect, and also many embassies and consulates are also in and around the Maadi area. It's on the outskirts as well, so when you see the highlights on television and you see Tahrir Square and you see the demonstrations taking place there, and some celebrations, we hope, on the 25th of January, which will be in a week's time, you'll see that that's where most people congregate. But that's in the centre of town. That's 30 minutes and it's an hour and a half if it's rush hour. Yes, traffic in Cairo is pretty bad, but no worse than it is in capital cities like Kuala Lumpur, well, LA has a bit of trouble, doesn't it? I know. So it's busy, but it doesn't stop you getting around. The metro system, which is the underground, is quick and it's efficient. Cairo's still reasonably cheap to live. It's not as cheap as it was, 20 years ago, but tell me where it is. Socially, as I said, Maadi's nice. You will feel safe, you will feel secure. Lots and lots of Western products are available. Everything's switched on and stuff works. Yeah, we'll have the occasional power cut, but that happens too. A few things I'd like to mention. Once you're done with your work and you want to go and relax, there's lots and lots of places you can do that. There's all sorts of clubs that are around. You can go downtown for that. There are a lot of social, nice restaurants, and yes, they're bars. And there's one very near us, which is very popular, very cheap, and used by a lot of expats and local friends as well. Other things you'd like to know. Weather-wise, you can check that out. We can all Google that. But right now we're going through a bit of a cold snap. However, we'll pass, and weather will get better. You can play golf pretty much all year round here on amazing empty golf courses. So if you happen to be a golf enthusiast, please bring your clubs. We've got everything else going on as well, every kind of sport you can imagine. Libraries, books, museums, media, everything's switched on. Everything's available, so don't worry about that. No special requirements other than make sure that you come with an open mind and a happy face, because you're going to be meeting lots and lots of friendly Egyptian people, which is probably one of the biggest pluses of this country. In fact, people are wonderful. And despite all the changes that are going on, still a country that's looking forward and is very, very positive. So, my advice to you, yes, obviously I'm biased, as I say, been here for 2 decades, and married to a French-Egyptian wife. I'm there with my dogs and my kids and the whole bit, but incredibly happy, and I intend to stay here for a lot longer. If you're looking for a place where you can live well, enjoy life well, have a wonderful climate, and work in a school that definitely is moving forward and cares, then yeah, I would say come and join us, at least for a couple of years. Hope to see you.
I think you would enjoy being here with us, getting to know the kids, getting to know Egypt, and feeling like MAC is sort of your home away from home.
I really can't say enough about the school. It's home now. It's home, and Egypt has become home to me. I guess in closing, what I would say is if you're thinking about coming, give it a shot, because I don't think you'll regret it. I don't.
So all I can say to you, if you're thinking about coming here, come on over. It's great. You'll like it. And I don't think you'll be too disappointed. Thanks a lot.
It is probably a lot safer than you think it is. It's a great adventure and you won't regret it.